Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I want to show you how to grow double stem tomatoes. When you first put a tomato in the ground, it's usually a transplant if you're not going by seed, but you get one main stem that comes up. From that main stem you get leaf branches, you get flower clusters, and you get suckers that grow in between the branch and the main stem. If you let those suckers grow, they become main production stems, which means that they will have leaves, flower clusters, they'll produce tomatoes, and those suckers are what you prune out based on your preference of how many growing stems you might want. And let me just show you what I mean. This is a tomato that's going to be transplanted into my garden, and you can see right here, that's the main stem. Here's a leaf, main stem, that's a sucker. That will grow into another main stem that will come out just like that, and it will have leaves and flower clusters. And what you do when you prune your tomato is you would prune away everything but that one sucker, and you would let that grow. Sometimes you remove it, sometimes you only want one main stem, sometimes you want two. And these are some tomatoes that were actually left over from my plant cell. They're not going to go into the ground, but they're a good example of a main stem. So here's the main stem. These leaves are all pruned off, and I would just let this grow. It would get leafy. You would keep one main stem. But if you want to grow two, sometimes 3 stems, sometimes 4 stems, it really depends on your preference. It depends on the tomato variety. It depends on what you want to do with it. This is a tomato that has 2 main growing stems. 1, 2. So here's the main stem. This was a leaf right in there. This was a sucker. I let it mature, so now you have 2 main stems. Same thing with this one. You can see even better, you can see the leaf that was coming out here. That's been removed, and that would have looked like this. So you remove the leaf. That's the sucker. Some of these tiny ones right here, you can see that's a tiny, that's a tiny sucker right there. If you let that grow, it becomes a main production stem. And again, a main production stem is leaves and flower clusters and tomatoes. And you can see how this is 2 stems, and you would just grow this tomato just like that and have 2 production stems. And here's another example. And the way you get that is by removing the leaves, but allowing the sucker to grow and mature, and it will become a full production stem. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com, and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.